I feel like Lamborghini has always been one of those companies that just consistently puts out some crazy head-turning designs. It's one of my favorite things about Lamborghini is just their true ability to express themselves and create some really mind-blowing cars. And the cars you're about to see today are no exception. As a matter of fact, these are some of the craziest cars Lamborghini has ever designed. We'll actually start things off with the least crazy of these designs, and let me tell you, that is saying something, because this is possibly my favorite Lamborghini of all time. If money was not an issue, I would scour the earth and add one of these to my collection. This is the Lamborghini Veneno. This car was a V12 Lamborghini based on the Aventador that was developed to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Lamborghini. It was first shown in 2013 at the Geneva Motor Show with a price tag at the time of about $4 million US. It had a 6.5 liter V12 that made 740 horsepower and 509 pound-feet of torque. This car was essentially Lamborghini's vision of a racing car brought to the streets. Not only did it achieve that, but to me, I thought it looked like something Batman would drive. This car basically looked like a Batmobile, produced by Lamborghini. This car is just incredibly creative and one of the things that I love seeing from Lamborghini. Everything about it, from the front that manages to integrate that iconic Y into the headlights, the crazy central fin that connects to the carbon wing, the rear light design, and that wild quad exhaust setup. We need more of this Lamborghini in much less Huracan. I mean, I know I'm not alone in this, but I think that the Huracan is a bland looking car. But wait, before you go and thumbs down the video, or you say, wait a minute, you have no taste in cars, hear me out. I think the Huracan is a good looking car, but for Lamborghini specifically, it's a bland design. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, we're getting off topic. Back to the topic at hand. The Lamborghini Pregunta. Introduced in the 1998 Paris Motor Show. This car looked crazy at the time. And it still does.
I still do, but I used to too.
This car was powered by a 5.7 liter V12 that made 530 horsepower. Jets were the source of inspiration for the car. Not those jets. These jets. And I mean, we can kind of see that too, especially with things like that crazy side ear intake. Next up, we've got the love child between Lamborghini and MIT. The Lamborghini Terzo Millennio. This car, unlike the rest we've seen so far, is fully electric, and it was designed by Lamborghini's engineers and professors and students at MIT. This car was supposed to essentially represent the sports car of the future, and Lamborghini's CTO, though, said it was really more of a thinking box than an actual production car. This car had some really cool features, too. For example, there was an autonomous system for track use only, which would have the car complete an entire lap without making any mistakes, and then it would teach the driver how to do the same exact thing using like a ghost racer kind of system, similar to like what you would see in Forza. It's really cool. And it really helps to sell that futuristic feel that Lamborghini was going for. Now we move on to the Lamborghini Egoista. This car is so cool. What in the world is this thing? And would you believe me if I told you that it was powered by a 5.2 liter V10? This thing looks like it takes rocket fuel. And usually when you see a crazy car like this from Lamborghini, it's some V12. But no, this model was actually based on the Gallardo. Excuse me for a second, but how do you go from this to this? Okay, that's enough with the Huracan. But seriously, this car was unveiled for Lamborghini's 50th anniversary, and it's got a single-seat cockpit like a fighter jet, with a completely removable canopy door, and the steering wheel has to be removed to enter and exit just like a Formula One car. Everything about this car is insane. Could you imagine a world where this was somehow the successor to the Gallardo? It would never happen, but could you imagine? This is the kind of head-turning, crazy design that I love from Lamborghini. If this thing rolls past you, you would think you somehow managed to slip through like a wormhole during your drive and you got transported to like the year 3000 or something. It's as if you have no choice but to look at this car. It is a guaranteed neck snapper. But wait, there's more. One more to be exact. In 2019, Lamborghini unveiled their concept car for the Vision Gran Turismo project. For those of you that don't know, the Vision Gran Turismo project was a project pitched by the Gran Turismo founder, Kazunori Yamauchi, to various automakers to essentially have them design their rendition of the ideal GT. Lamborghini would be one of those that accepted, and they came with the Lamborghini Vision GT at the 2019 Gran Turismo Championships World Finals in Monaco. This car looks crazy, and it is well deserving on this list. It is powered by a 6.5 liter V12 with an electric motor that makes 807 brake horsepower. And I couldn't even imagine driving this thing in real life on anything other than a completely flat surface. Seriously. Look at how low this car is. Just imagining driving this thing is giving me anxiety. For the fans that want to drive this car, you'll be able to do so in the upcoming Gran Turismo 7 that's expected to release in 2022. And since this was a concept purely for the video game series, that's likely the only place you'll ever be able to drive it. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at some of these crazy cars that Lamborghini has dreamed up. There are certainly other ones out there, but these are some of the craziest. Let me know which of these cars you loved, or if there was a car I left off this list that you love that is also a concept car from Lamborghini. Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know to make more content like this, and it lets me know that this is the kind of stuff you enjoy seeing. And as always, if you're new here and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel for much more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.